So you probably clicked on this video and thought, holy shit, the cyborg revolution has finally begun. But don't worry, this isn't any Elon Musk Neuralink brain implant. This is just a small microchip that is inserted into the hand and can be used to speed up daily routines. For example, accessing your home, or the gym, or anything that would usually require a digital card to swipe. As well as this, it can be used to pay for items. So if you've got an iPhone, you've probably got Apple Pay, or at the very least, I bet you have contactless on your card. Well, imagine you no longer have to faff around with your phone or your bank card. You can just swipe your hand and boom, you've paid for your groceries. I know this sounds absolutely crazy, but it's true. And today we're going to take a little look into this. If any of you guys are conspiracy theorists, you're going to hate this one. I hate it! So, I meet a Swede in a bar, and he claims to have a microchip inserted into his hand where he can pay for stuff, and of course I think to myself, yeah, sure you do. But I go home later on and I Google it, and sure enough, he was telling the truth. This isn't exclusively a thing in Sweden though, it does happen in many other countries, but it seems to be much more popular in Sweden. People started getting implants in Sweden in 2014, with the microchip revolution starting in the city of Lund. I can't get a number on how many Swedes have chip implants, but it's easily above the 10,000 mark. Now, Sweden is actually a lot more tech savvy than people realise. They're set to become the world's first cashless society, and certainly have a keen interest in biohacking more than other countries. If you're not sure what biohacking is, it's improving performance, health and well-being through strategic and technological interventions, like having this microchip implant. One Swedish man on an interview with ITV on the subject actually said,
as they say, it was good being a human, but being a cyborg is better.
Can't knock that mentality. To get the implant, you go to a facility to get the procedure, or then come to your home. There's even something called microchip parties, where a whole bunch of people get together and get the implant. It's a super simple procedure. They wipe your hand with antiseptic wipes, and then inject a tiny little microchip just below the skin in your hand. The microchip, by the way, looks like this. It's essentially the same technology as what's in a contactless credit or debit card. The whole procedure barely takes a couple of minutes. So why do it? What's the point? Well, you essentially choose what you want to store on the chip. You load it up via an app. The app I've most commonly seen used is the NFC app. You can load your personal details, your credit card, your Tesla key, your gym key, a security pass for your work, and even your COVID vaccination pass. Some people also use it as like a virtual business card, like, go ahead, scan my hand, and it will bring up my website or my LinkedIn. There's even a train company in Sweden called SJ, which is the first travel company in the world to enable people to use their microchip implants to validate their tickets. Again, they literally scan your hand. Now, most people do just have all this stuff on their phone, so is it much easier than just whipping your phone out? Well, that's for you to decide. Their argument is that it reduces the hassle. Now, a lot of people are understandably skeptical of these microchip implants, not just in Sweden but around the world. There's of course security risks, and you've probably heard news stories in the past of people scamming people by charging their contactless cards as they walk past them in busy places. And obviously the same would apply, but you could do this to someone's hand. And of course there's data protection issues with this as well. But what's the cost? Well, there's different companies offering it from what I can see. The Swedish guy I met in that bar actually told me you can get it for free. I can't find any information on this. So the average cost that I can see is around $160. So I know these aren't quite life-changing cyborg-like implants, but I still think it's very interesting. Especially the fact of how popular it is in Sweden and the growing popularity of biohacking in general. Now, these implants have been around for a good few years now, and it is worth noting that the popularity has declined in Sweden over the last few years. I guess at its peak it was all very new and exciting, but most people probably just use their phones for all this stuff and save their hands for other things, like hitting that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Thanks for watching, and good night.